This rating number's all wrong, but we have begun.
Oh, have we begun?
We have begun.
It is red time, everyone. Welcome back to the Charlotte Set Review. So, we're starting off with the objective best girl of
Gotta
Charlotte.
go fast.
Hey.
Yes.
Sanic.
So his name is Sanic. Something precious, Sanic. He's a 1045. When this is placed from hand to stage, it gains X power, where X equals the number of gifted characters you have times 500, meaning it goes up to 7k. And Accelerate, aka Go Fast. At the start of your climax phase, you may pay the cost of clocking your top deck. If you do, it gains 1 level and the ability, when the battle opponent of this dies, you may return a gifted character from your waiting room to your hand.
As a note, are there any accelerators that don't have this cost?
No.
No.
Probably not.
They all speed you up by hitting you in the clock.
Okay,
Makes
it just
sense,
feels like
right?
the term would imply that accelerate might just be tied to the trigger at the beginning of climax phase where you get to do things.
Yeah, I guess, but
Well, they for the sake of just,
Because otherwise they...
Like-
Well,
I mean, they have to put the cost and the
Yeah.
trigger timing, right? Like,
they don't for Bond anymore.
that's fair, I guess. I don't know. I think Bond is more prevalent than Accelerate. Like, I would say Bond is more akin to like an evergreen keyword in Magic, where Accelerate is something that just isn't going to be in every set, or isn't
Accelerate
valid
is
to be in every set.
evergreen. It's evergreen in that it just comes into random sets. But
Anyways, I have this card as playable.
I've
This
got
card
it.
is good.
I think it's good. Yeah.
It's like a Laharo with Mao to me.
It's a Lahal and Mao that goes fast,
Gotta go fast.
and also it's 7k as opposed to 5k.
Yeah, but Laharo and Mao doesn't clock you. Like, kind of works
but-
well.
Yeah, but this guy goes fast.
Let's be real. Laharo and Mao is an 8k. You know what I mean.
You're not gonna play both every single time.
You're not gonna
Yeah,
play
but
both at
if
the
I'm
beginning
at
of
1-2
level
and
1
I'm
either.
really fixing for that salvage,
Yeah, well, at that point, at that point, Sanic is just always better because he doesn't clock you 5 times.
Oh my god.
but if you have 3 Sanics and 3 Laharo, and okay, you're still winning. I guess
Yes,
with
you are
3
still
Sanics.
winning.
The only reason why I have this as playable as opposed to good is that I feel like the card, I'd rather have whatever her name is from Sword Art that's 6k all the time.
Elizabeth.
I
Yeah.
don't know. Being 7k is good. It
The problem
forces
is the
counter
7k is
at
like,
least.
if you play more than one of these in a turn, not all of them are going to be 7k.
No,
Well, yeah, but
gotta
not
go
all of their
fast.
stuff, like, straight from level 1, like, you should be able to, like, snipe a dank-ass zero that's just hanging out.
And then maybe it's because I also play sets like Index and Roaches where they have level 1 stat counters that like make me substantially less afraid of like on reverse level 1 effects.
Yeah, but at the
So,
same
yeah.
time, it's like, I don't know.
It's
I
good.
think this card's great.
This guy is pretty good.
The flavor text is also a little awkwardly
You
phrased.
should only
guessing
work
that's a
on
poor
love and
translation.
relationships after you have
And-
grown out of adolescence and lost abilities.
I'm seeing
Classic
you should
words.
only work on love and relationship after you have grown out of adolescence and lose the ability.
Oh yeah,
The wording is
timeless
awkward.
words. Timeless words from the mouth of
Classic part
Sanic.
of the cards.
Sanic, please. Next up,
Something precious, Misa.
Hey.
Misa
Uh,
usage Jar Binks.
Yeah, so
No.
we call the Yusa Misa deck Jar Jar Binks dot deck because I can't do a Jar Jar Binks impression, but just imagine him saying Yusa Misa, and it comes straight out of Phantom Menace. So
Oh my
as
God.
we did discuss at length
Gotcha.
very early, this card and the Yusa from the yellow Yusa level 3 should be regarded together because they are modes for each other.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
this is basically a come and play heal that changes to a. I forgot to say this earlier, so I have to say it now. A certain Samson is in love with the term check and wreck, so he
Oh,
wanted me
yes.
to say that. Yeah. So this is a heal that becomes an 11/5 with super check. No, sorry, baller check and wreck.
Oh no! Oh no! Please stop.
Don't stop. There's no way he watches these.
Oh, he might.
Didn't you watch
Shout outs
Nisekoi?
if you do.
Oh,
Anyway,
no.
this card also has the text.
You know who you
Free
are.
costs. When this attacks, if Love and Flame, the gate, is in the climax zone, you may pay cost. If you do, burn 5.
Because
So that's, like,
personally, I
huge
really like
add-on
this card.
text.
I like this card a lot.
It's a really
I-
good card.
This card is sweet.
This card is, like I said, a vessel for the yellow 3/2, which is just awesome.
Okay, yeah,
my
I don't even
opinion
care
on
about
this-
the yellow 3/2.
I don't
I
even
just
care about the yellow 3/2 right now. Like first of all, anything that has an effect from Sengoku already gets like plus points in my book, like by default.
Are you pumpkin apologists?
What? No, this is like way more fun than Pumpkin. It's not even, I'm not gonna say it's better. I still think Pumpkin is awful. I don't think this burn effect is very reliable either. But this is
Okay.
way funnier.
Pumpkin apologists.
Pumpkin, it's not like the reliability though. It's the ease of access and like just easiness all around.
Besides, this
There's
is on
basically
attack.
no
I don't even
condition.
need to reverse anything with this thing.
Well,
It's
yeah, but that's
access
also
to
because it's a
so
climax
it's over.
combo.
Anti-damage.
Yeah, like this accesses your goddamn awesome yellow 3/2. That's the access on this.
No,
I would have
we're-
said
we're
like,
past yellow, man.
alright, like the thing that made me like go from like, okay, they're both good cards, but like the combo is okay and not great, was that if this card said Encore Step Change,
No, that'd be
Oh,
too
that'd be
broken.
ridiculous.
That'd be too broken. That's not how it
insane.
goes.
that
You
would
heal
Also-
twice in a
break it for me.
turn
That
per
would
card that
break
you
it for
play.
me. Because now
Yeah,
you get
like
to
if
heal.
that was
You get to
if that was
heal
Miracle
3.
Musa.
You get to heal 3. Spend
Well, you get
all
to
of
do
your
that-
stock remaining to burn 5 X times, and then not die.
Well, no, that's what happens because you have all the uses, and then you baller check and wreck your way to not dying,
Oh
and then you change 3 times and heal 3. Easy mode, right?
Oh no! Stop it!
Easy
Stop
moto.
it! Anyways, I have this card as good.
Yes,
I
Shout
have this
out to
card as good.
Samson.
it's a good card.
Yeah, I've got it as good because it is the heal version of the level 3 yellow. This card by itself is like whatever.
No, it's
Don't
burn
even run the
5.
gates. Who needs to run the gates? All you need to do
Dude.
is change to the superior level 3.
No, from
But
the gate.
Misa is on the gate, dude.
She is. And she is best girl who is not Sanic.
All right. Next up,
Summer Uniform, Yusa Nishimori. So this is a level 0 bomb, and it also has, when this is placed from hand to stage, choose another character with change, and that character gets 2k for the turn. So
think I
this
have
is most
this-
notable because it pumps the 1/1
Yep.
yellow Misa.
For free.
yep.
Yes.
I have this card as
It
playable.
pumps the global 5, Misa.
Oh god, no.
Doesn't it also pump the bomb?
Yes, but this
Yeah,
is
it
also a
pumps the
bomb,
bomb.
so
Bigger than my thing.
So
And it made me
you-
incredibly
Please
mad.
no.
let's get this straight. You're using a bomb to pump an inferior bomb.
That's exactly what
Persian.
happened to me, and I was pretty livid.
oh my
I would
god.
be as well.
What?
Okay,
I
so
would be as well.
so just quick story. He plays like global 5 or 5 to front. Plays the bounce discard Yosuke bomb thing, then plays this to make it 4K, and he attacks over my 3/5, and I don't really. He doesn't like explain the effects too much, so I was just like, oh, okay, whatever. So I put the 3/5 in my hand. He's like, no, I actually just kill it. I was like, what?
Oh my god.
But it's a bit ridiculous to think that he had to play one bomb to make another bomb not bad, and making the other bomb not bad was just actually making it 4K.
At which point you could have just run.
Another one of this bomb or a 4K. It's
Yeah,
like,
so that story time was pretty painful. Is it over?
Yes.
oh yeah, I then lost, but not
You
at that
lost.
exact moment. I was playing Guilty Crown.
Is this a level 4 Guilty Crown deck?
Ew, sometimes I had level 5s.
So I have this bomb at playable because it's playable.
I have it also as playable, but largely because it's a bomb.
It is a
Yeah.
bomb.
It's
Oh.
generic go-to level 0 filler. It's playable.
Like, yeah.
All right. Let's
I would
go
say
to the
it's
next
good if you're making like the Misa Yusa Change Matters deck. I
Yusa
guess it's
Misa.
really sweet.
It has to be Yusa Misa because that's more Jar Jar like.
Oh, Annie! or something. I don't know.
Yes, that's
Oh no, let's stop.
Alright.
He's made of so
Feigning,
much skin.
Feigning Ignorance Yusa Nishimori. It is a 0/0 assist that also has a 1-cost Brainstorm. Keep in mind that it's red. 1-cost Brainstorm, flip 4 for each climax. Search your deck for up
Wait,
to
what?
one
It's a
gifted
search
character.
brainstorm?
Yes, it's a
Jesus.
Correct.
search brainstorm.
Search
I
for a
don't
gifted
read
character
cards.
and discard a card from hand. So it is a red search brainstorm.
I don't
Aside from
understand.
just being wrong in every way, it's a very good card.
yes.
Bro, they're just going outside the color pie. This is like planar
Yes.
chaos or something. I don't know.
So I'm like 90% sure what happened was that this card was supposed to be in yellow, and then they realized they ran out of space in rares, and they just moved it to red and said Yusa and Misa could be in both colors.
That is an extraordinarily plausible explanation, actually.
And they just didn't bother changing the text because they're lazy.
I mean,
Yeah, no.
it's good, I guess.
It's a
Spammable
good card.
brainstorm that doesn't give plus soul, so I'm more inclined to like it.
Yeah, so it's just a good card. It's a stock out if you need it. It's spammable brainstorm, like you said, and it even has an assist effect, which is just nice.
Yep.
All right,
Yeah.
next card. Revolving World Yusa Nishimori. When this comes from hand to stage, reveal the top card of your library. If it's a gifted character, add it to hand and discard a card. When it's placed from hand to stage, it gains 1/5 power for the turn. This is a really good card.
This card is super amazing, but it would be better if it got 5k the turn it came into play.
No. Filter is great. Pumping is good. Good card.
Yes.
Just really good. I love this kind of effect.
Probably the most relevant red fix.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
It's
like
just a really, really good card. It's a
Yeah.
discard outlet. It beats for a turn. What is there to say?
yeah, it's not very complicated.
Yeah. Next card. Astonished! Exclamation mark. Yusa Nishimori. Flavor. Ha wa 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 wa. This ability activates up to 3 times a turn. When another character is placed from hand to stage, this gains 2k power for the turn.
So it's your
No,
theoretical
it's-
1011k.
No,
This is
it's
ha-
from waiting room to stage.
It's from waiting room to
Oh
stage.
It's
my
change
god.
matters.
It's whenever you
Oh my
change, it gets
God.
2k
This-
power.
This
This is
card
the
is
change
really
payoff.
cool. This is really
is-
cool.
this
Like
is
I really
Kappa
like the
the
change
card.
matters deck.
Oh man, this is actually really cool.
This
And
is
then
your
you can start giving it 1500 with the global assist to change. Come
Yep.
on, man.
I think I enjoy this card a lot actually now that I read it properly.
It's a lot of fun.
So this is incentivizes you to change a lot because then you have not just a 107k but a 109k
Or 11k.
or 11k if you get that far. It just seems really good in that
telling you.
deck.
I
I
would
mean,
play the
it's
use
a
of
niche
Misa
card.
change deck.
It is a niche card because it only
a niche
works in that
card.
one deck.
Well, no, it needs you to run the engine. You don't necessarily need to run the entire deck, just the engine.
This is true, but the engine is like, it's like when you pick like a Magic deck. It's like I'm gonna use this blue-white control shell. Well, that's like 40 cards.
No, I don't think so. I think all you need is the level 1 yellow change, and maybe the level assist. And that's basically it. Support it with appropriate counters, and you get to use the same cards over and over.
God, like I would totally make this deck because it's just like another stupid power deck. But
It is
some
pretty
other
interesting.
fuckboy is making it, so I don't wanna.
You seem bitter today.
When am I usually not bitter?
You're a little less sweary.
I don't know, man. Charlotte, I'm here because I thought I wanted to do this, and then I'm just like thinking about how much I hate the anime while reading these.
Welcome to the club. Transfer student Yusa Nishimori, 113k.
I'm not gonna
Saki
update the score.
Konishi.
This is a niche card for me.
All your
Saki
this is
Konishi.
all your other characters. It's Saki Konishi, yes.
Saki
All your other characters
Konishi.
would change game 1k. And tap a character when another character is placed from waiting room to stage. If you do, you get to give something 1/5.
This is like the definition of a niche card for me.
Uh,
Yeah, it's a niche card because it can only go in the change deck. Whereas the other one can kind of go in the shell. Whereas this is a huge commitment. It's one stock in a back row slot, and you're missing out on a lot of stuff by playing this.
It is unique though because this is the only card with a corresponding change that it can't change back into.
Yeah, this is the only card. No way, is it? It can't. The level
no,
assist.
the
can't
level
change.
assist. Yeah.
The level assist changes to level 3 Mesa, but Mesa can't change back.
No, but you see, the level assist still has a 2/1 that it can change back and forth between.
This is true. Yeah, but this is can be changed one way from from the 1-0 Mesa we're going to talk about very shortly, right?
Yes, and
Yep.
I just put it on 50,
Sure.
58.
So 104k for each of your other gifted characters gains 500 power. So this is good in the deck with the 1-1 that we just talked about because it'll be a 7k, and a 107k is pretty decent.
107k is pretty good.
Whoa.
It also lets you just change into it if you need it.
Yeah, exactly. So you can give something more power. It does cost 1, but you do get a decent support out of it for that deck.
That's weird. So I'm not gonna say I totally read the reminder text a lot of the times, but on Heart of the Cards, there's like a bit of reminder text that's making
This
me.
ability does not trigger if it's not on stage at the start of the climax phase.
Very amusing because I don't think anything changes into this.
Is that triggering you?
It just seems weird.
Wait,
No, it's not something changing into. It's a reminder text that says you can't change unless this was already on stage at the beginning of the climax phase.
oh, that's
And
funny.
it's
The actual card doesn't have that reminder text.
Yeah, it's probably there because there's a lot of to and fro changing this set.
Anyways,
Oh, okay.
this
Sure.
card is
Actually
still
fine.
niche.
Yeah,
This
it's-
card is a 108k.
Maybe.
Come on, guys.
Is Tom still here, or did he?
yeah, I'm still here.
Oh, you're still here. Okay, cool. All right. So I think it's a niche because it only goes in that deck.
Yeah.
I
It
am
is a
willing to
106.
call anything niche for this deck,
a
but I still love
106K.
this deck.
Yeah, no, it's a 106k, but that's not enough.
Well, 106k is the floor. It could be bigger.
Like a
It's the
108k.
Figure.
But in a deck that doesn't run the 1-1, it is those at the ceiling, which is not good enough.
Yeah. But I mean, would you really run this without the 1/1?
That's the idea. That's what I mean. It's like not good enough for any of the other decks.
Yeah.
That's why. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, sure.
All right, next card.
I'm
Show.
not even updating the score.
This guy's bad.
not niche,
He has
though.
no
Sad.
traits.
He has no
Sad
I
traits.
don't even remember what
Oh,
character
whoa.
this
I
is.
didn't even see no traits. Okay, I gotta update the score.
It's Soma from Shokugeki no Soma.
No, clearly, but I don't remember when he showed up in Charlotte for the crossover episode.
Well, it was one of the episodes with all the other edgelords.
When is Shokugeki no Soma gonna get its own voice set?
You sound
After
like one of
it's
those people on
Shinigami
forum.
Nah,
Crusade.
I actually really enjoy that anime, but like when I heard
Dude,
One
the
Punch Man is
manga
getting
is
its own
good.
card game, I got disappointed.
It did.
Yes,
It's getting its
Why?
own card game.
it's getting its own card
Oh.
game.
Man,
I was saddened.
People
It's
want to
kinda
make
dumb.
Saitama waifu.
Anyways, next.
Summer uniform, Jojiro Takajo. So we've got Sonic in
Joj.
summer uniform. This cannot side attack. 1 cost. When this attacks, if Sanic's speed is in the climax zone, you may pay cost. If you do, salvage character.
I have this as niche playable.
I have this as just
I think it's
bad
probably
because it just uses up climax space.
It's an awkward card
What
because
do I actually have it as? I have it as.
is this a stock
play-
soul combo?
no, it's 2K1.
No, it's
2K1
2K1.
soul.
Oh god,
Oh,
no,
never
okay.
mind.
I think it's
I forgot
it's
it's 2K1. It's bad.
Yeah, I've got it as niche.
I mean,
It
if
goes
you
into Sonic
It's just
waifu.
the
if you
2K1
need
though.
a search or a salvage sometimes, like okay, here you go. But
Like, this is a bad version of LB Ricky, and no one plays LB Ricky anymore.
yeah, it's a
Yeah.
bad version of the Kohaku from Melty Blood.
Yeah, but Kohaku's bondable. This is not.
okay,
That's
Well.
one reason why this is bad. Kohaku's also with a global
Kohaku also is Encore.
Yeah,
No, he said it's a worse
Kohaku
version
can
of
side
that.
attack.
So basically, Sonic is a worse made than Kohaku. That's
Well,
what we've established.
by default, not a maid. Doesn't that make you worse, anyways?
I mean, Kohaku doesn't have the maid trait.
oh,
You
well,
being
she's not a
maidist?
real maid.
Wow, that's rude.
What? No maid trait? No maid. That's how it works,
Showing
right?
everyone.
Yeah, let's move on. Before Alf gets
Sister
triggered.
just died, man. How can you be so rude?
I'm gonna get salty. You bring up Hisui, I'm gonna get all teary. Bath by the Riverside, Misa, 116k. Whenever another gifted character attacks, gets 1k for the turn, and
Bad.
Encore, hand Encore.
If it was Clock Encore, I'd say playable.
Doesn't have change. Doesn't even go into Jar Jar deck.
If it was Clock
It's
Encore, I'd say
bad.
if it was Clock Encore, I'd say playable. But this is Hand Encore, which makes me say bad.
I actually think it's just it's playable. Well, it's niche because we haven't seen a huge beta outside of the change deck, and this is a pretty decently sized beta outside of the change deck.
I'm just like, it's.
But like outside of the chain, like
I
we have better
can't get
options than this.
I think that the best option for a huge beta is actually the yellow Stock Soul 1-0 combo. That
I
gets
just
much bigger than this.
can't
Yes.
get excited over hand encores.
They're so 2011.
Seriously.
Yeah, so I've got it as niche, but I think there are much better options.
I think it's bad.
It's
Next
bad.
up,
Fair enough. Serious for a moment, Misa. This is a
It's for the
counter.
dude
2-1.
bro deck.
It's a 2/5 counter, and when you use it, tap 2 standing characters to give an additional 1/5. So I think this is the first 1-cost 4K counter, 4K character counter they've ever printed.
Probably.
I have it as niche
Playable.
personally.
I think it's playable. It's just straight
I
up
think it's
playable.
It's playable.
Oh, what else does it do? It punches people in the face.
I mean, if
Pretty
you need
decent.
it, you can pay one to have that one soul beater.
It's pretty decent.
My notes for it were probably okay out of 10. Playable if you don't use back row, I guess.
I think the issue is to make it 4K, you got to be tapping your back row, which means that you would have to have planned in advance, knowing that your characters are going to die on their turn. So you're not going to brainstorm right now, and you're not going to give a character a level, and you're not going to do all these other things that your back row does. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, no, that's fair. But I think that having 4K count as a counter ability is pretty sweet.
I think
Yeah.
the condition that requires you to literally have not done anything else that turn, it makes it substantially less sweet.
I mean, you could spammable brainstorm or something. I don't know.
Mm.
Like, I guess. Hand
Oh, well,
fixing
like-
and whatever.
I think this card is
Compression.
it's perfectly playable. Depends on your priorities. Next card is Full of Enthusiasm, Yusa Nishimori. It's a 7k that gains 500 to every other gifted character and has a change to a 2/1 6k filter, I believe.
Yeah.
Alright, I
So-
need to look at that card before
Yeah.
I remember what I actually passed judgment on, because I believe I might have changed it.
It's a
If I-
2/1 6k. When it comes to play, either from change or from hand, discard a card to salvage a card.
Oh yes.
And it has the change effect to change back to this.
Okay, I'm going to say bad.
Bad. I think it's very niche because it's another changer.
It's 11k.
That it is.
I don't know how I feel about any of this. I feel like I'd almost just rather not even use this half, and if I was going to use anything, I was just going to use the filter.
Okay, so to me, I appreciate that you can like play the filter, get your value,
And then
and
change.
turn your filter
Yeah.
into a meter. But at that point, I'd have to really like sit down, look at the cards, write out a deck list, and see if I'm at like 70 cards. Because I feel like running all these like change cards is going to like add up really quickly, and you're going to have to start picking and choosing.
I think that with the ability of you have brainstorms already, so I don't think that you're going to need the filter that badly. Plus, you have the 0/0 that fixes your hand if you need to drop
Yeah.
a climax. So I don't think this card is incredibly bad. Like you could play a 1/1 split or something, because 2/9k is not unplayable.
No, I think the 219k is fine, especially for the
What you're
Adder's
hoping
deck.
for what you're hoping for is to play the other one, filter, and then change to this.
Yeah, exactly. But it just to me it becomes a matter of slots at that point.
Yeah, I agree. So I guess it's bad in that it takes up room that other cards could be using, but I just think it's niche.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, moving
Next
on.
card. Serious mode, Jotaro Kujo. Assist. All your characters gain 500 power and 1 cost to shoot an opponent level 0 in the front row.
Niche.
Well, I have it as bad.
I think there are
I
some
have it
decks
as
where this is
niche.
really, really funny. It can be surprisingly effective against,
Oh.
for instance, the mirror, where they play it assuming you don't have it, and then you drop it and you kill their anti-bird, and then you get to Musashi them.
Actually, this is okay. Well, this is okay because killing level 0s or lower is actually quite good in the current climate. So I'm going to upgrade my whatever rating I had it at. I had it at niche. I'm going to upgrade it to playable. It seems playable.
I think it's fine, if only as like, I don't know, a stock out that can kill runners or
I
something.
really don't think that's good value, especially in this deck, which wants to accrue off.
Sure, but like, if you're just kind of like sitting around doing nothing and you don't think through other ways you can like, where are the words? The words aren't coming to me. If you don't think you can pay out a climax, that's right there, and like you're just gonna dig it like 2 or 3 deeper.
Well,
It's a
look, I
matter of
guess that's-
priorities, I guess, because
I
that's
guess
that's
a
how I see
stock
it.
out. It's a
Yeah,
stock
that's
out.
what I mean.
Do you have room for the stock out?
I mean, you have
I mean,
another
probably
stock out
not.
still. You still have the 0/0 Brainstormer that,
Which is also a 500 to front.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. You also have the other brainstormer if you can afford to kill something, but that's not
'Cause,
always
like,
going to be the case.
when
at
you're
level
when you're
0.
picking this, you're picking it specifically for the purpose of killing level 0s, because otherwise you're better off probably running the Brainstormer.
Mm.
Yeah.
Like that's the choice, right? Brainstormer versus killing level 0s.
And they don't even change into each other.
Oh my god.
Mm.
Anyways, I still think it's niche. There are some situations where you'd love to have it, and there are some situations where it doesn't even matter.
I pushed it up to
That
playable.
is like the definition of niche.
I know, right? It's like I'm defining words because they're applicable.
Yay. Alright, next card. Super excited, Super Sonic.
I have this at niche as well.
It's niche because it only goes in the change deck.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
that's not true. You can discard climax with it to just search. If you're playing like the
It's
1110
salvage.
yellow,
Oh, it is search. What the hell?
it is search because it's red.
Well,
and red is search now.
It can also
It
search for your
searches-
top end if you're playing.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
level 3s.
that's what I was about to say.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell? It's surge. Jesus Christ! Please, Fushira, why did you confuse me like this?
Because like your 3s have change and your level assist has change.
Still niche.
Yeah, but I think it's less niche than every other card in the Change Matters deck.
Yes.
So slightly less news.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and change the score to bad because next is vanilla.
Ooh.
The next
A
is the
traitless
worst vanilla in the
vanilla.
set because there's traitless in a color that does not need fixing, and it's a vanilla.
He seems pretty excited though from his flavor
His
text.
head is so weird.
He's Captain Falcon. That's what's going on with his flavor text.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Show me your moves.
Show your moves. Next up is Gifts for Returning Yusa Nishimori. I think this card is pretty playable.
Sure, but like there's
Yeah.
a billion fucking oversizes. Like
There's even like a beater in this color that's probably better. It's run in most circumstances.
it's like is very standard. Like is the Asuna laying on the sofa effect.
Yeah.
You see it in a lot of series. A lot of series choose to play it, but a lot of series also have it that don't choose to play it because there's better stuff to do.
Well, a lot of series also don't also have Ricky, in which case this downside can, I guess, be problematic occasionally.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like people who talk about the downside of this sort of shit.
No, that's not a real
At
downside.
level 0.
It's not a downside like 90% of the time. Well, maybe 80%, depends.
I don't know. It's
I still have this playable. I like this beater effect a lot in general.
very playable, but I don't know if you're gonna play it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So next card is a 1055.
Doesn't even have change.
Man, I just noticed they have Death Trait.
For
No,
the-
she has Death Trait.
Yes, only she
Yeah,
is.
the
She is-
Maces, because she is. Let's not spoil it.
What?
Is
It's
it even a
spoiled right
spoiler?
there.
What? It's spoiled, man. What?
She dead.
Okay, fine. Speaking of dead cards, you're not gonna play. This card.
Oh,
It's
yes,
the
okay.
filter.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
the niche.
It's super niche.
It's the niche that I probably wouldn't play, even though I call it niche.
Well, it's because you also have a filter at level 0 functionally, so it's like,
Correct. Alright, since we covered that card already, we can go to this one, which is kinda like that, the now in yellow. When this attacks, if the stock
Way
soul,
better.
yeah.
red stock souls in climax, you may pay cost. If you do, add a character from waiting room to hand, and all your gifted characters, all of them, gain 1k.
So
It's worse because it triggers anti-salvage.
yes, that is the downside. I think the
Sure.
pluses when you're facing a set without anti-salvage is a lot better.
Because it's also a stock soul.
Yes,
It's a
because the
stock
soul.
timing is that's how the timing should work out, unless you brainstorm a bunch.
So I'm still saying this is a niche versus bad for me,
Yeah, because it just doesn't go anywhere.
but
What the
it's
extra
still
stock
I'd
is.
still
I
rather
agree.
not pay 2 stock to +1.
I think it's bad, but I'm a pampered baby who has played against cards like Chihaya that you just don't pay stock to salvage.
No,
Yeah,
man,
but that
you just
card you
gotta
have to like punch yourself and not die.
play
Yeah,
Green
but you also
Odera.
play it at like level 2, and that's sweet. Or level 1, rather.
That's true.
Hard play it.
But yeah, you could hard play it at level 2.
I've done it before, and it was the correct play, and I won because of it.
Kind
Alright,
of sucks, though.
we got another Sanic.
We do have another Sanic.
This card cannot side attack. When this card is played from hand to stage, if you have a full field with, like, besides him, you get to pay 1 less stock because you blind stock. So he functionally reads
2/1,
2/1,
9K,
9k 2 soul.
Not bad.
Sick. That's actually the
So-
best sort of 2-1.
Yes.
The one that's not actually a 2-1 at all.
I have it as
It's
niche
two
still.
soul.
'Cause
I have it as
think it's
niche
playable.
because I don't know about playable because what deck are you putting this in that isn't the Sanic waifu?
It's
I'm
just
like,
say
you run
it's
Tomad
shit.
and Toma waifu deck because Toma also has support that like makes him actively better.
Yeah, but Toma has a literal 2-1 9k2 soul that doesn't have to blind stock.
But it's level
I-
0 on field.
Doesn't matter. He's already punched you in the face.
just like a random aside. I look at this card and I can't stop thinking of the Attack on Titan Irwin,
Oh yeah.
where
The
you
what?
it's the 227k where if you have like 4 more core,
Oh
you
yeah,
top
yeah, yeah.
charge, you top
Yes,
charge, and if
that
you
card's-
reveal the top card if
Oh.
it's a 0, like I don't know, like everything pales in comparison to that card for me.
That
of this
is
sort
a
of
pretty
card
sweet
archetype.
card. I
It's-
thought you meant the art where he's just bleeding from his face, which is a thing that happens in Titans too.
No, it's like it was a card that we all kind of like giggled about during the
Yes.
cast because it was kind of sick.
Anyways,
No one plays it though.
the last
next-
card
Oh yeah, but
in
it was
red.
sick.
The only event in red, it is a 2/2 card. I'm not reading the name.
Magic spell.
You
Choose
should read
up
it.
to-
You have to read it.
Making up with a magic spell.
That sounds like the lyrics to a terrible top 40 song.
Magic spell series number 13. Making up with a magic spell.
Yes. Choose up to 2 characters in your waiting room and return them to your hand. Can't get more vanilla than this, and I
It's
don't know.
niche for me. I don't know if you need this.
We don't really have level 3 cantrips in this game, in this set, so I'm pretty iffy on it.
But you also have a 2/2 search 2, I think, from the TD in blue.
I feel like that's just worse than this.
I think it just depends.
I guess it does
haven't
depend.
played a card like this.
But
That's your point. Yeah.
I don't know.
I play this card in lots of decks, it's fine.
I just, if anything, I like stuff like a magical girl appears.
That seems better to me because it filters and gets
It-
you whatever you want.
Oh,
and
Magic
only
It
World
is
gets one.
better.
way better.
Man,
I played this in Project Diva when it was only the first set of Diva, and it was fine. I guess.
Oh.
well, that's basically it for red.
Yep.
So we'll be right back. with blue.